I'm ready whenever you are, sound man.
The doctor and the nurses were confident with the birth, but what they didn't know, they couldn't guess it was bad. And all of the emotion pulling out of mom and the dad, all the problems they had, baby put her in deep. She learned from them to scream before she learned how to speak. Angelina saw her daddy hit her mommy till she cried to tell him no need to say goodbye. But he'd be back and she'd hug him, and little Angie was too young to ask him not to do it again. She couldn't understand anyways what they figured. They was off guard before she got any bigger. Then Angelina grew, she was 3 years old. Woke up one morning to a house so cold. Saw daddy with the mommy, he had fire in his eyes. He told her, no need to say goodbye. Then he pulled the trigger and her mommy stopped crying. Shot himself where Angelina watched the whole time. They found her sleeping in between them, laying on the bed. When they got there, when little Angie lifted her head, they told her, but his mom was never known. She died of complications on the day that he was born. But she lived through it, and he learned that young. He loved with his heart the way that she would have done. And he was proud of his dad, but it was different this day. Mikey couldn't understand why he was going away. Dad suited up to leave, he looked his son in the eyes. He told him, no need to say goodbye. I'd like to see you later, I'll be back soon enough. I'm gonna fight for our country for a couple of months. Mikey cried but understood he was a strong little kid. And 10 months later, that's exactly what he did. He was glad to be home, but had to go back again. Michael had tears, but did his best job to hold him in. Sure enough, a year later, while little Michael cried, he told him, no need to say goodbye. But he wouldn't make it back, not this time around. His teacher got the call when Mike was on the playground. His class tried to help, but he told him not to bother, cause he didn't want a friend. All he wanted was his father. Angelina and Michael had to feel when life's giving pain that even time will seem to heal. They'll tell you what they learn, but you can't forget though. No one else will understand, but you can never let go. You must forgive the past before you understand mistakes, and there's nothing you can do. Life happens that way, so let your dreams drift off to a place where they can hide and tell them no need to say goodbye. And don't ever, 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 never. Back to the beginning, it's just a feeling that no one knows yet. But just because they can't feel it too doesn't mean that you have to forget. was born was not a problem at first. The doctor and the nurses were confident with the birth, but what they didn't know, they couldn't guess it was bad. And all of the emotions pulling out of mom and her dad, all the problems they had, fate had put her in deep. She learned from them to scream before she learned how to speak. Angelina saw her daddy hit her mommy till she cried and tell her,